paralives is resulting a bit more challenging than I expected. I ended up the last video with her going to sleep after finishing a workday and recovering from a stomach virus, and things didn't exactly get better. She had to work the next day, but since she starts working at 11, she had time to browse around town after making breakfast. She learned to make a salmon bagel. That's what she did. I didn't mention this before, but then she got a bonus of 2000. I was finally able to upgrade her appliances in the kitchen, and I decided to actually make all of them pink. I was still checking out the buildings, so I decided to head into the barber shop to see how it's like inside. And then I realized there's a flower shop next door. But I had a little glitch. For some reason, when I clicked to visit the building, it started loading, and then it never stopped. I couldn't find out where to fix it. It kept going for hours. Also, by the way, I found out the girl that I was talking about on the last video that I couldn't find. She's an NPC, but I don't know where she lives. I swear I looked at every household that is in the world and I couldn't find her. But while she was waiting on the town for the building to load, she passed next to us. I tried to click on her so she could talk, but she was going off to work. She's a hairdresser, or at least she works at the barber shop. But she didn't stop to talk to me. But Ilian actually ran out of time and she had to go to work, and still the building did not load. She finished her workday, which takes about 6 hours. Also, she got another point that I decided to spend on getting the exact same amount of work progress instead of another rank because she's already level 3. I don't actually know what the money system is in this game, like what it's called, the currency. But I was still waiting for the building to load, so she stayed around the town talking to some people. She finally met her first elder because I want her to know para folks from all ages, probably not kids or teens, because that would be weird. She doesn't have kids or teens for her to socialize with them. But at least elders, because we all need some role models in our life. And she has about 4 friends already. She's Kareem and other 3 women that I actually don't remember their names. In the newspaper, it said that there was going to be a free yoga class at the top of the mountain, so I was going to take her there so she could try out some yoga. But while she was going there, it actually disappeared because I guess she ran out of time. And she was already almost there. But she was tired and she needed to go to the bathroom, and so I decided to take a bus, which was a little jarring because it just goes completely black and then you teleport to the next bus stop that you actually choose. Also, when she woke up this day, she was in a bad mood because she was hungry. So when she tried to make food, she didn't raise her skill, which irritates me so much because she was making food, literally. The reason why she was in a bad mood is because she was hungry. Like, yeah, she's in a bad mood, but because she's hungry, but she's making food. So can you just at least give me that? Like, but anyway, she made it back home. She went to sleep. At night, when she got her cards, I chose getting a new computer because she doesn't have one, and I think it's gonna be pretty ideal. Also, I forgot to mention, I also changed the lighting in her house. I replaced the light bulbs. She had about $800 from the 2000 that she had when I started. So getting a new computer free, perfect. Plus, it was between that, receive a tax refund or have plans, which gave her like 5 ones for the next day. And still, when she woke up the next day, the building had not loaded yet. And it had been almost an entire day since I clicked to visit the shop. And the lot was still loading. She was again in a really bad mood because she was hungry. I thought maybe making a microwave meal was gonna be better. But no, her skills did not raise because she was in a bad mood because she only had 3 points of food. She woke up really late that day, so she was somewhat late to go to work. And guess what? Because she didn't take a shower or went to the bathroom, when she left work, she was in a bad mood that she got a freaking strike. Like, bro, what do you mean? She was extremely annoying. I know she has a good schedule and all of that, but like, work with me. This game doesn't want to work with me. I know I chose to make it hard, but like, give me a break. She's just going through a lot right now. And I forgot to mention, yes, last time, the thing that I chose was hard work, acknowledging hard work, which means that if she has a job performance of 100% or 50%, she gets an additional upgrade point after each workday. But she had a strike. this day. So she did not get the point, and she got a freaking strike because she was in a bad mood. To her apartment, and guess what? The lot is still hadn't loaded. It's been 2 days almost, and the building's still loading. At this point, I was getting extremely worried because I hadn't been able to save and I didn't want to lose all the progress that I had done. But I couldn't save the game because since a building was loading, it doesn't allow you. I even tried going into the paramaker, which I found out that you have to use an edit character sheet, and it had a weird blue color, which meant it was not loading correctly. Also, I went into the paramaker because I was gonna change what I thought was her talent because I believed taking care of others that was gonna be her talent. But no, that is not one of the talents. That is actually, I think, her vibe, if not mistaken, something like that. But I had shows that she was very good at relationships because that is the focus. So she's gonna have to continue being a jack of all traders, which is actually really good because it helps her with her performance very well. At that point, I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to lose my progress, but I was getting really annoyed about the fact that the building was not loading. And if the building doesn't load, you cannot actually go to any other lot because it's not gonna load as well. You cannot save. So I didn't want to take the chance of continue to playing the game if I was gonna lose all the progress that I was making. But thankfully, at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, it finally loaded the barbershop that I hit a day prior. And at that point, it was not important because the person that she wanted to talk with was not there anymore. And I actually found out you can find parafolks. You can invite to your home, which I didn't know that was possible. You actually have to click on yourself and call them from your phone. It's not gonna show up in the social tab where you have the parafolks that you have a relationship with. I didn't know that. That was thanks to James Turner that I found out. And there's a find parafolk at the top on the profile, which means it's gonna pinpoint them in the map, which I had no idea. I literally was trying to look what I knew about one of the folks, and I noticed that, and I was like, wait a minute. And I clicked that, and yes, that was what I was looking for all along. It's been a week, and I'm still discovering new things in this game because I don't pay attention to anything, and I refuse to make research. But at least the game is not corrupted. I still have my save file, and I still have my progress saved.